All right, so this is PostmarketOS. We are an open source smartphone operating system based on Linux, and we are aiming for a 10-year lifecycle for smartphones. But most importantly, for DAPSI, we are giving users control over their data. And to illustrate what this means, I'm going to show you how it looks like when you start up Android for the first time. So it will ask you to register with Google or sign in into a Google account. And if you press the tiny skip button on the bottom left, then it reminds you that if you don't sign into Google, you won't be able to install applications and some other things. So you type in a name and move on. And even though I clicked on skip, it still asks me if I want to share my data with Google here, if I want to share my location. And everything is enabled by default. So I have to swipe to the left on each of these settings and disable it if I don't want it. And only after that, I finally see the familiar application launcher screen. And on the screen, as you can see, Google is completely integrated in this operating system. There are so many Google icons here. There's even a Google folder. Let me click on it. It looks like this. And most of these applications, when you try to start them, again, they will ask you to sign into Google and to upload your data. Here are all applications, even more Google in there. And there's also a button which you can press, and then it records what you are saying and sends it to Google to start a search. And of course, this can be pressed by accident. So your typical Android and iOS smartphone cannot even install applications without an account, and they urge you to upload personal data. They have data synchronization as opt-out. This leads to the following problems. Vendor login, of course, so you probably know it's hard to switch from Android to iOS or other operating systems, and the other way around. And the permanent record. This means that all your data is stored forever, either by Android or iOS, by Google and Apple, or other companies, or by organizations such as the NSA. And even if you trust whoever is running these organizations and corporations, who knows who will be in charge in a few years and if you can trust them. So with PostmarketOS, we follow another approach. We do not require an account, and all synchronization with cloud services is opt-in. We recommend free software services such as Nextcloud, which you can also self-host, and then you are completely in control of your own data. And thanks to DAPSI, we were able to fund a couple of developments in PostmarketOS. We were able to do 7 service packs, 2 full releases, and implement a bunch of new features, such as enabling a firewall and a tweaks application, which is displayed here. So this tweaks application allows, this is a 1+6, which has a notch at the top. And for example, you can move the clock to the side so it is not covered by the notch. Besides that, as PostmarketOS is a open source project with a lot of contributors, there are also tasks that are not so popular, which need to be done, such as code review, bug fixes, and maintaining the infrastructure. And thanks to DAPSI, we were also able to get a lot of those tasks done. So now the slide is not, that's weird. Anyway, this is the end of the presentation, and thank you very much.